everybody. So, if you didn't figure it out in the title, this is a Kingdom Hearts 3 reaction, discussion, communication, elaboration, deconstitution, elapsation, and non-petition constitution of how we felt about the game and our feelings and what we had to come about certain topics and what we're going to go over, which this is the game that has been in our lives for, you know how long the damn game is. Why are you touching me?
Fuck, that hurt.
Go. Just, if you want, you can be out of the stream. I can talk about it by myself.
My fucking knee.
That's my knee! Yeah, this is going to be a video about our opinions, our feelings about certain topics about Kingdom Hearts 3, a game that we've been waiting for... It was announced about 13 years ago? No, it was announced, excuse me. No, we've been waiting for 13 years. It was announced 6 years ago. I believe so, yeah. But technically, development didn't start until 2015, but we won't get into the semantics and details of that. But yeah, so this game has been one that we've been anticipating for a while, so stoked about, and overall, I have to say, satisfied. Really did enjoy it. And but yeah, we're gonna break down certain like issues, as in the mechanics, music, voice acting, visuals, animation, story, intro, and closing of character development, and what we wanted, what we got, and what hopes of what's to come. But yeah, so, and we want to do this live on Twitch because anybody that wants to join in and ask questions or state their opinion on the topics, we'd love to hear that too, because yeah, it's all about sharing. Jess says he loved it so much that he played 1.5 last night and went to sleep out of pure rage and spite against the game after an hour. So that's an opinion, and you know what?
I still can't get over arrogance being an anagram of score. I don't know what you mean by that.
I don't. Yeah, you might be going above and beyond on that, but yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by that. See, and yeah, it's an opinion, and I gotta respect your opinion, no matter how wrong it is. But you know, I'm gonna respect it.
All right.
So first off, did you get me gummy bears?
I said I was
specifically
going...
text you gummy bears.
What?
What?
I can't come
What
up.
does he just say? What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Okay. First on the list.
Okay, you don't gotta show that.
Is mechanics. How it felt playing that game.
Okay, so there was this whole entire thing about the that's what we intellectual world call an anagram. If you arrange the letters in Ericus, it spells like square.
Oh, like Xehanort and Xemnas and like the words rearranged to make another word.
Yeah, and I guess it's square.
Ericus is square.
Well, but even so, it's like
Ericus is still a badass name. If I'm just being honest. Ericus sounds awesome, and the fact that Mark Hamill, voice, yeah,
and Drake Bell.
Woo! I never thought never be so simple, but I found a way. Okay.
I mean,
mechanics.
so as far as that goes, the only anagrams that even show up in Kingdom Hearts are the ones where, you know, the X comes into the name. You know, you got Xehanort, you rearrange Xehanort, and you take out the X, it spells no heart. You know, where is Vic Mignogna? Who's Vic Mignogna?
I don't know. I think it might be the guy that voices Ulrich. Edward Ulrich? Broly?
Oh.
I know his name is Vic, but I don't know his last name, so I could be horribly wrong.
Yensid is technically an anagram for Disney. Oh my god,
Yensid
yeah.
is
But
Disney.
that's not Square or Nomura's doing.
Yeah, That's Disney's doing.
Edward Ulrich, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So Vic. Yeah. I don't know. I was unaware that he voiced anybody in this game. But if he is, please clarify. I'd like to know that. But yeah, getting back to the topic of mechanics. How did you think the game felt?
So there was this whole entire thing about the game feeling floaty, and
That was 2.8 or 0.2. Excuse me. 0.2.
I've never cared. I never noticed. It's never been a problem to me.
Did you not feel a dramatic difference from 0.2 Aqua to the fight against Vanitas?
No.
I felt a huge difference. Like, any combos, like, she would swing in the air. She doesn't linger in the air for like an unspoken 2 seconds. She's just up there doing nothing, and then floats down. it's just there's just so much airtime and like, oh, okay, you know, the cool thing that I really enjoyed in this one was, you know, when you're casting spells, you could be like floating while you're casting a spell. That felt great. That was also in 0.2, but that one felt very floaty as well. Like, for example, you'd cast fire or anything, and she would still be in that like pose for a frame of like maybe like 10 frames, just still like holding that like that node, if you will. And I'm like, okay, damn girl, like get your feet on the ground. Well, that's how I felt in 0.2.
Well, because it really enforced you to combo your spells.
Yeah.
Combo your spells, because, yeah, it's going to be, so you might as well just combo it in, and there goes all that delay that you're talking about.
But mind you, in 3, I didn't feel that at all. And it was like a nice breath of fresh air playing the fight up against Vanitas, because I didn't feel that there. That floating, it was gone. Like, it just felt like tight, quick, and feet were on the ground promptly.
I didn't notice it. I loved playing as Aqua and Birth by Sleep, and I thought in 0.2.
And there's Shell Slammer subscribing 10 months in a row, almost a year. Oh my gosh, Shelly, it's a fucking pleasure to have you here. Well, this has been a good 10 months, my foods. Many darker times have been made way better thanks to you guys in the community. Best streamers, in my opinion. Shelly, if there was an award for best viewer, you're gonna get it, because if it's not there, we're gonna make it, and we're gonna make sure that you are acknowledged and appreciated for all your positivity and your constant support. And I really appreciate the positiveness. You're really awesome for that. It's been a great 10 months of you subscribing to us and freaking hosting every time you show up. Like, thank you for the constant support. Much appreciated, my guy. Let's get back to the scroll a little bit so we can see what Jeff is saying. Alright. Jens Sid is technically an anagram. Edward Ulrich. They still decide to have a character named Ericus be a very important character. Wait. They still decided to have a character named Ericus be a very important... Well, yeah, Ericus is a very important character. Now stop sucking me back into your weeb conversation. Though yes, I agree. Ericus is a cool name. Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
Wow, rude. I'm right here. Jess, you know I always show you love every time you tune in.
So, what I didn't like about Kingdom Hearts 3's mechanics was there was way too much situation commands that were available at many times. There were many times where I had a minimum of 3 just lined up, ready to just nuke the entire field. You know, I had the pirate ship ready. I had the fucking Thundaza, Waterza. I had just an entire list, and it just seemed
so you didn't like how much was available.
Exactly. Which you know, I'm always gonna go back to that whole entire. I needed critical mode. Critical mode should have been here. Critical mode should have made enemies do significantly more damage, right? It didn't need to reduce our health like it did, you know, in previous titles where like Kingdom Hearts 2, if you had on critical mode, your health would be cut in half. So that didn't need to be a thing. It just needed to be like you get hit about 3-4 times and bam, you're dead. You know, unless you have, you know, second chance or once more, right? And certain bosses would just like one shot you straight to 1%. You know, that's just what I'm used to. And also, a critical mode would have been great to reduce the amount of situation commands that would show up. And as a matter of fact, I think it would have been great to only have one at a time. So if you had an attraction lined up, everything else was halted. You couldn't do Grand Tier magic. You couldn't do anything else until you use that attraction. I also wish there was a function to get rid of a certain situation command. Like, there were times where I didn't want to go on the pirate ship. I didn't want to go on the rapids. I just wish I could have just erased it.
Well, you know, did you?
You can cycle through,
yeah,
yes.
I think that was their version of getting rid of it.
I would just prefer if there was a way to just erase it and be like, no, I don't want to use that right now.
Maybe you could do L2 left D-pad, L2
something
D-pad.
like that to get rid of certain commands that I don't want to use right now.
That makes sense. All right. I can comment on that. I love the game, but I really do wish there was fewer cutscenes. How epic and great they looked. Just could have used fewer. Okay. I like the
I liked a could block. What is it?
I like to could block natively rather than just buy the ability. Oh yeah, okay.
What do you mean?
Because you had to wait to use the block ability before you can use it, but now it's just like in his moveset, regardless. It's not an ability.
Yeah, because
Because in Kingdom Hearts 1, you had to unlock the block
it's a mechanic,
ability.
not an ability.
Yeah.
Okay. I will say that there was a lot at your disposal.
Too much.
At one time, it was a little bit hectic, and yes, it made the game feel a lot easier. Yeah, I'm not sure what Nomura and Square Enix's goal was on that, because I'm not gonna say this was the easiest Kingdom Hearts game, but it's definitely one of the easiest.
Right.
I'm not gonna say that really affects like the challenge aspect of me. Was really disappointed in that. But I think my overall feelings of the game, I don't think that really tarnishes it. And there could have been like better options on this game. But my one reasoning that I'm gonna say probably a lot in this video is the time frame. There's probably a lot they could have done if they probably had more time, or if they just time.
I'll definitely get back into that because I definitely got a lot to say as far as the time frame
That's
goes.
gonna be a reason.
So, that's some of the things that I disliked about it. But however, the combat was nice. The combat was flowing. When I was just swinging the Keyblade, just standardly, I was having a good time. I was enjoying myself. You know, when I was just like, when I just had the standard Keyblade to Heartless regular combos, I was really enjoying that, to be honest. There was some times where the Keyblade forms kind of, there was some times where Keyblade forms, I felt like they were just kind of pushed onto me. Yes, though it was repetitive, and there was just times where I'm just like, I don't want to be in this right now. I just want to swing my Keyblade right now. You know, I don't want to be in Ever After's freaking mage style combat. Or, you know, I don't want to use my guns right now or my cannon right now. I just want to swing the Keyblade right now, like regularly.
Because that's just what we're so much used to. We're not really used to the Keyblade transforming into something.
Yes.
Which is a brand new mechanic, and I'm not saying it's bad at all, because I do enjoy it. I was really crazy about the double arrow guns. Yeah. That was really fun. Second form though was the shit. Second form is definitely like top 3 of my favorites.
Ultimate form though. Ultimate form. That was fucking amazing. I love Ultimate form.
Jeez, thanks for spoiling that. Even though this is a spoiler video, but I'll get there eventually.
What should I say? The focus mechanic. So like shot lock. I liked how shot locks. So there were multiple shot locks that you could have depending on your Keyblade. You know, and if you maxed out the counter, the lock-on counter, it would change it. And I love that. I think that's.
I love if you did. Oh, I love that. There was two. There was two firing attacks that came with the shot.
Yeah,
so
like
if you didn't max it out, and if you do max it out.
If you had the pirate Keyblade, and you locked on a certain amount of times, but not maxed it out, it would be a volley attack.
Ever After was pretty broken because if you didn't max out, you would heal yourself.
Yeah. Which I was like, wow, I did not expect that. That was weird.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that they kept flow motion, but they neutered it. It was nowhere near as powerful, and you didn't feel the need to spam it as much as you did in Dream Drop. Because I liked flow motion, but even I can agree, it was like way overpowered and just way too much of a necessity to use.
They really did put like there was a vibe of like a lot of the games in this one.
Yes,
except for like Chain of Memories,
except for Birth by Sleep.
I think the action commands. I think that's where it comes from.
Yes, but I don't know. That was one of my favorite things about Birth by Sleep is that the massive amount of action commands was just amazing. And
what kind of forms were they?
Oh right, I forgot what they were called, but the ones where you turn like into Firestorm, no, all those are great. All those were amazing.
Oh, that Omega Blade thingy, the crystal blades.
Oh, dude, the Blade Charge was amazing. Like I said, it felt like a game to set up for future games. Yes, and I'll get back to that in a second.
Yeah, well, that's one of the topics. The last one, actually.
What else? I did like I didn't like Goofy's team attacks that much. Goofy's team attacks were very lackluster.
I mean, Goofy Bombardier did like a lot of damage,
But it was very easy for the enemy to
Yeah.
like move out of it.
I missed a lot of it, but when it
Exactly.
landed in the middle of a clusterfuck of them, it was beautiful.
It was beautiful, but
It
it
did
was
well.
it was not good to use during boss fights because bosses would just be moving.
How many times did you use Donald Meteor?
Not that much.
I used it twice in the
But
game.
Donald Meteor was a fucking amazing attack.
I used it up against. Okay, I forgot the first time, but I think it was on Hercules, and the second time was against Xehanort, and I missed all of them. Like not one hit got.
Really?
I think maybe one meteor hit.
It was like I used it about 4 times,
I was
and
stoked. I was like, Donald Meteor. Okay, I'll hit him
and
once.
it is so good. It does so much damage. It fucks everything up. Donald Flare was also badass. Trinity
Yeah, Donald
Shield.
Flare did some damage.
Trinity
Trinity
Shield.
Shield. Gosh damn.
That was just bad.
I loved it, but if there were any aerial enemies, you're not gonna do well.
Even on ground enemies, like it was just like
Oh! 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 Ah! And I mean, the last bash was cool, but
I mean, it would have been nice if it comboed, but it didn't, you know, and
yeah.
it was just so many times when I turned off. I tried my best to make sure Goofy's abilities didn't come up that often.
Mm-hmm.
Best fight for me was the Titan. Not sure why, but I love the mechanic of those fights.
Oh yeah, the Titan fights were still dope.
Yeah, dude.
It was hard because I didn't know flow motion yet, and I didn't know to press square to Superman jump to
That was
the
cool.
spot. But that really would have helped out if I knew that earlier.
That was cool. The attractions were good. I would have preferred it if attractions were more for like very situational moments, similar to how Final Fantasy 15 had its Eidolons set up, where Eidolons would only come out when you meet a very strict criteria. Like Ramu, he came because your team was dying. Meanwhile, a lot of you get the attraction by hurting an enemy that has a lock on him. It was weird, and it just happened way too often. So I think attractions really needed to be limited because they came way too often. Like Big Thunder Mountain, I think that's what it's called, right? The roller coaster.
Well, that only happens twice in the game,
Exactly, and that's what makes it so fucking great, is that it only happened twice.
right? I like Splash Run. Maybe want to go buy my Disney Pass.
Was it just me, or did Mickey sound very different, or just didn't sound right?
It's just this is either the third or the second actor that they've gone through to play Mickey, I believe. I believe the original Mickey voice actor passed away, and I know the original Mickey voice actor was on the first Kingdom Hearts, and I believe he passed away sometime recently. And they have a new Mickey, and yeah, he's the, I forget, Brent. I think his name is Brent something. Brent with an I. No, Brent I something. I can't remember. But he does a lot of the Disney animation works, like Disney Channel, and he voices Mickey on that. So he sounds a little bit awkward in this one in Kingdom Hearts. I don't want to say he was bad, but we're gonna actually get into acting. That's in a couple topics from now, but we will address that, shall we? But other than to close up on mechanics, I have to say, compared to the games in the past, this game felt very smooth, a bit overwhelming at times, but it was just sheer bombastically beautiful and satisfying. I was satisfied with the mechanics. It felt very not clean.
Okay.
It felt good for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Okay, but there's something I just have to throw out. So, I think the Keyblade system, massive improvement. Being able to upgrade Keyblades and keeping every Keyblade viable. That I really appreciated. But there was hardly any Keyblades in the game.
Yeah,
There was not that much
you get a
Keyblades.
Keyblade for every world. Well, technically, Kingdom Hearts 2, you didn't get a Keyblade for every world. You could just sometimes get, like, Sleeping Lion and Oathkeeper Oblivion.
You got for every Kingdom Hearts game that you play, there's always like a good selection of Keyblades as well as secret Keyblades.
And this one, it was
In
just
this one, there was
Keyblades for every Disney world.
for every Disney World, and then the Ultimate Weapon. You know, in every one you get like these special ones, and I will say the being able to equip 3 Keyblades at a time was a great idea. That was awesome. The magic was just wow.
I loved it.
For what they had was great, but it's like, do you guys not know that this is a Square game? You guys are supposed to have a shit ton of magic.
Oh well, yeah.
There was hardly any magic.
The thing is that you got to keep the game like well balanced between attractions, magic, and commands. There was a lot, so they can't spam it with nothing. I know it's a Final Fantasy or it's a Square Enix game, but you can't slam that much magic. Yeah, I know Final Fantasy is a shitload of magic.
And Kingdom Hearts has always had a shit ton of magic.
Yeah, you're right. But remember, there was much more in this game now besides magic and swinging around your keyblade.
You know, there was like. So there was no reflect. There was no defensive spells.
Yeah.
Right, and that kind of let me down, you know. They added arrow. They added arrow. Oh, no, that's been
Water Zone was the shit.
Water. They added water, which I was like, oh, okay, cool, that's fine. But
Christmas came early because Manderson's here saying smooth.
You should put cam full screen so you aren't so small.
Okay, well, we won't make it full screen, but let's make it bigger. I see. I feel like we should always be the center of attention. But I like your opinion, Manderson. Thank you for that. How does that look? Cool, better. All right. I love the gummy ship moments. I didn't think the. Oh yeah, shit. We should talk about
the
that.
Gummy ship. The gummy
ship was cool.
Was oh, dude, I was so. The gummy ship has always held a very special place in my heart. You know, even when I was a little kid, I loved Gummy Ship in Kingdom Hearts 1. Now I look back at it and then I know it's a piece of dog shit. But, you know, Kingdom Hearts 2 Gummy Ship, I just wanted to build an amazing Gummy Ship, but I didn't have any reason to build an amazing Gummy Ship. And finally, this game gave me a reason to just make the best that I could. But the sad part is that I couldn't make the best Gummy Ship because I kept getting limited by the costs. And instead, I had to unlock the best type of gummy ships that don't even care about cost limits. You know, my cost limit went to like 1,400, 1,500, and that just wasn't enough for me. So, in the second, I forgot what it was called, but in the second world, in the second space, there was a giant tornado. A giant cosmic tornado that was just like chilling, and if you entered it, you had to have a fast enough gummy ship to get inside of there, and you would fight one of my favorite things, a secret gummy ship boss, and I thought that was phenomenal. It was hard. This fucking thing was an asshole. It had a stupid name too. I gotta figure out what its name was.
I like the gummy ship. The gummy ship was fun. I've never been crazy about customizing it. I usually just go off of the default models and then I'll just modify it and add to that. But
the Schwarzgeist. It's called the Schwarzgeist.
Gesundheit. And I really feel like Kingdom Hearts has never forced you to build a gummy ship, which I always appreciated that. But you do have to increase its stats. You do have to add mobility. You got to add damage, speed, and defense, and health, and HP. And that's always something that I've been good at. And my gummy ship will always look like shit on top of shit and shit and shit and shit. But it will always be fucking powerful and do some damage, which I've been always good at balancing that out.
And also, did anybody get at all a Treasure Planet feel from the Treasure Spheres? Mm-hmm. Whenever I got those, I was just like, this is like totally Treasure Planet right here.
And Treasure Planet was in the game.
I wish Treasure Planet was in the game too, but whatever.
Be cool if the game about the story of space and gummy ship, like
yeah, they'd come from Treasure Planet.
Yeah,
that'd be so dope.
So the gummy ship, I give that a solid 8 out of 10.
No, I give it a fucking.
Don't say 20 out of 40.
9 out of 10. I fucking loved it so much. I wish there was more. What else? Best thing ever is, so Gummy Ship has always been like irrelevant to, you know, ground gameplay, but in this one you could go in space, destroy asteroids, and you can get materials. You can get like orichalcums. You
Like
can get
materia?
no, what the fuck? Fluorites, adamantites. You can get materials from space, and I'm like, dude,
You
it's
get material
amazing.
that does nothing for the gummy ship. Yes, which is a cool little feature.
That was great because that kind of gave the player more incentive to go out there in the gummy ship, and I loved it how it was an entire free roam aspect. That was just great, and I love how you got to level up the gummy ship. It was so well done, so much better, and I'm very glad to see how the gummy ship keeps evolving and getting better with every Kingdom Hearts game to continue. And I found I don't know if you remember, but in Kingdom Hearts 2, there was a part where you're in a gummy ship and you're fighting a giant pirate ship. Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was before Neverland.
And you found it dead in the third one. You found it. It was just broken, but you saw
Where?
it. It was in the second space, I think. You gotta love Instaheart though. Oh, Instaheart, the dumbass social media thing.
Oh gosh, that's what it's called.
That's
That's just a cool name. Okay, if you just came up with that, that's cool.
That's
Shelly.
cool.
Okay, moving on to the next topic, guys. One of my favorite parts about the game is the music. The music of this game, because Kingdom Hearts has always had music that I will have on my phone, MP3/shuffle/iPod shuffle device. I'll always have like hours of that on my, and the orchestral arrangements too.
It's Yoko Shimomura. It's going to be amazing.
And starting off right off the bat, you have Don't Think Twice orchestral. The orchestral arrangements are always beautiful when it came to Simple and Clean, Sanctuary, and now Don't Think Twice. And that orchestral arrangement was just so good. I kind of like it more than Don't Think Twice. And then Dearly Beloved shows up with a fucking amazing intro because it takes it into like different variations. And the chords that like transitions from this and this and this, and they're able to bring along and still chain on pieces. If you hear it, pay attention well, you can hear Dearly Beloved into it, and it's so mind-boggling to hear like how much it still has progressed over. I think there's 20 different versions of Dearly Beloved, and the fact that they can keep writing it over and over and over and over and rehashing the same song and it still sounds great is very fucking impressive.
That's just what Yoko Shimomura does. Anything she does is fucking beautiful. She's an angel.
Now, one fight scene that really stood out with me in the music, and I might buy the soundtrack, but I'm actually looking forward.
Is it the Demon Tower?
No. Well, yeah. Well, that's been since 2.8.
Okay.
Yeah, that part is just that drummer is literally needs to be worshipped. He's great. But one part that really stuck out for me was the Xehanort orchestral fight. During that fight, the music it fit so well. I thought John Williams was on that score. That was beautiful. And then
I think Yoko Shimomura is better than John Williams.
You need to watch your mouth. Okay, that's a matter of opinion. But also, there was also a lot of songs that they did from previous titles, and they actually revamped them. I don't know if you heard at the end. You hear the Simple and Clean orchestral. It was done again. They did it again for Kingdom Hearts 3, and that sounded great. That was beautiful. That was so on point. It sounded great. They totally did a brand new version of it. It sounds exactly the same, but it sounds completely different at the same time. And that was awesome. And then the one thing that we were avoiding also is what I was really surprised about. Well, I'll get into the trailers later, but I guess I'm not too surprised. But they released the opening cinematic along with the opening song, which was Face My Fears, Tada Hikaru featuring Skrillex, which I have to say,
I'm not going to say it was bad. It was good. It was good.
I have to say that I was like a little skeptical at first because, this is just me being very ignorant. I was just you hear Skrillex and you think dubstep, but I guess after watching some videos and interviews and discussions about where Skrillex is at today, he's kind of not all about dubstep. And but you can hear his influence on Face My Fears, and his electronic part just was very subtle, and it was nice, and it fit very well. If I want to compare it to the three major titles like Simple and Clean remix, and then Sanctuary didn't necessarily really have a remix, but it was still very electronical, and I still really enjoyed Sanctuaries very much, or was it Passion? It was one of those two. And then
Sanctuary, Passion are the same song.
Oh yeah, but I don't know because Sanctuary, I know there's like After Battle, and then yeah, there's like 3 different variations.
Well, that's kind of what I like about it, because think about it. Kingdom Hearts 1, you had Simple and Clean, then the Simple and Clean,
remix.
Yeah.
The Simple and Clean remix, and then Simple and Clean long version.
And then in the second one, you had Sanctuary, and then you had Sanctuary After the Battle, and then this one, you had 2 different songs.
You had Face My Fears and
you had Face My Fears, and then Don't Think Twice. So you kind of got to give credit.
I have to say one thing that I usually, Chikai is the Japanese Don't Think Twice, and I gotta say I really like the Japanese one more than the English one. It's just that one fit very well.
But Utada, whenever she makes a song, it's like she's making 2 different songs in one.
For Kingdom Hearts.
Because Simple and Clean and Hikari, while they have the same melody and everything, they're two completely different songs, 2 different meanings. But you gotta going to watch my buddy play the first Kingdom Hearts and try not to say too much. Have a great night.
Try not to say too much, my guy, because no spoilers. The music was amazing. Face My Fears opening movie was great. I'm glad you loved that, Shelly. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for stopping by. You're beautiful and you're awesome. Hope to see you in the next stream, my guy. Take it easy.
And same goes for Sanctuary and Passion. Sanctuary and Passion, same melody, 2 different songs. Great. I don't know about Face My Fears. I know Don't Think Twice and Chikai.
No, Face My Fears is Japanese is the same exact song.
Is it?
The same exact song.
Well, she does say it in English, does it?
Chikai and Don't Think Twice.
Those are 2 different songs. Yeah.
I think that was the ballad, if you will.
And I like that because we have 2 different songs rather than just having the same song and just play differently. So I'll give her credit on that.
I really enjoyed Frozen's music. And I'm not talking about like Let It Go,
which props to them for reanimating that entire scene. I get it. So many people were just like, "Oh, I'm sure like they facepalmed and everything."
Was that Pixar?
It could have been. Like they just redid everything, and I had to give it credit. And then I thought they were gonna do the same thing for Do You Want to Build a Snowman, but they spared us.
Yeah, that was quick.
No, I was just like, oh, okay. So you're not gonna give us both songs.
No, it's not. It's not. Okay, cool. Yeah, Disney, you gotta take notes from Square Enix because that Frozen looked way better than the movie.
That's a little bit subjective.
The animation of that was beautiful.
I mean, I will say they made
during that cutscene, during those, because there was 2 types of cutscenes.
They made Elsa look thicker.
Did she?
Yeah.
That's what I thought about.
If you look at a side-by-side comparison, you'll see that
Did somebody actually do that?
Yeah, of course.
Internet.
Yeah. You'll see that the actual Frozen one, like she's really thin. But you'll notice in the Kingdom Hearts one, she's a bit thicker, but she's also got a bigger head.
Japan, which I appreciate. So yeah, music, I gotta give a solid 10 out of 10. The music was great. The music's always great in Kingdom Hearts, and I was just really vibing with a lot of it. Toy Story was great. Frozen was awesome. I didn't pay much attention to San Francisco.
San Francisco's music was interesting.
Yeah.
Didn't really sound like
Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh's.
They did the same song that they always do.
And I loved it. I loved it so much.
It was good. It was they did the nice orchestral arrangement of it, and it was nice. They added.
It was like very small. I'm sure a lot of people don't even care about it, but I really enjoyed it. It just made me happy hearing that, and I was just like, man, it ain't that bad. What up, Coop the Draw? Good to see you, man.
Dude, it's Coop. How you doing, my guy? First off, I can't dwell too much on it, but congratulations, Pops. Hope you're enjoying that. That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Hope you and Mrs. Coop are doing fantastic. Hope the little one is awesome. Yeah, I saw it. That is great. I'm really excited about that. You're going to be an amazing parental. So you stay awesome with that. I hope Mrs. Coop is doing well, and I'm so psyched for you. Congratulations.
Congratulations, man.
And thank you very much for tuning in. We're just discussing our reactions on Kingdom Hearts 3. If you're interested in playing the game, if you have played the game, we'd love to hear some opinions on it, but also spoiler alert, because we will be talking about everything when it comes to like endings and all that. But yeah, I hope you're doing well.
You saw the video?
No, I have not seen any clip. I just saw a picture posted on social media, but you haven't. Oh, okay, cool. But yeah, so just a heads up, huge spoiler alert. And I haven't seen no video clip. I've just seen a picture. But yeah, my guy.
Okay.
Yeah, moving on. We gotta keep talking about music. Yeah, loved it. Music was great in Kingdom Hearts 3. One particular subject that is really sensitive with me is acting, the voice acting. How do I feel about the voice acting?
Now, okay, so already as it is, it's Kingdom Hearts game, it's Disney. I'm expecting corny voice acting, and Haley Joel Osment has
corny
been doing,
or cheesy lines.
yes, and Haley Joel Osment has been doing Sora for quite some time now,
16 years.
and he's grown up. He's a lot older, so and
He's got to be 18 right now.
now
Sora.
now he's expected to sound like Sora, and that's kind of hard. But don't get me wrong, if everyone heard that he was getting a different voice actor, people would get pissed. People would riot. No one wants to hear Sora with a different voice actor.
I had to say, when I first heard the trailer where he's like, where he's running up the stairs, you were gone for a long time. Where have you been? Secret. I'm back. That, I had to say, made me like scream, because I was like, who is this? What? This isn't my Sora. And then just hearing it more and more and more, it grew on me. And I had to say, I really enjoyed Haley Joel Osment's performance as Sora. He worked with what he has, and I think he sounded great, and he sounded awesome.
Yeah. Send me a PM or something. Text me. I get
Born in '88. Haley Joel Osment was born in 1988, and he's still voicing Sora.
an 18-year-old kid. So he's 30 years old, right?
Something like that.
Gosh damn. Yeah, if he's 88, he's 30. He's 30 years older now. So yeah, gosh damn.
Yeah, 30 freaking years old.
But he's still more than willing to do Sora for future titles as well.
And I hope so, because I don't want anybody else to voice him. And considering that that's probably he's 30 years old, his voice isn't going to change much anytime soon. But which I'm cool with. So Sora can sound like that, and I'm fine with that.
And okay, so one world that I had a lot of high expectations for, it delivered a lot as far as visuals, as far as everything. It looked amazing. Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean, I was just so excited for that.
Ugh.
And I saw Davy Jones, and I saw who was voicing Davy Jones. Robert Atkins, who is actually the voice actor for Miller from Metal Gear Solid 5.
He did somebody else in Kingdom Hearts 3. I saw him there.
He did he's done a lot of people.
He did a big person too. Hang on. Well, go ahead.
So, when I heard that and he was doing Davy Jones, I was excited. I was like, dude, I'm fucking down. I don't know how he's gonna sound with an accent, but I'm not gonna lie, man. He let me down. I expected a lot from him, because when I heard him as Miller, like, he got me. Even though he became a fucking meme. They played us like a damn fiddle. He's that meme. He's the guy who said that. But still, there have been several times where I've seen his performances, and they always impress me. He always does such an amazing job. Especially in that scene.
Yeah, no, he was Luxord.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
he
he sounded
sounds
great.
amazing as Luke Sard.
Yeah, he sounded. That's what I mean. Like, he sounded great as. I was like, he did somebody else. Maybe because. Okay, I can understand why you're disappointed when it comes to Davy Jones, because first off, Bill Nighy is fucking phenomenal.
Yes,
as Davy Jones. Davy
but
Jones
I know, yes, that guy Coop. I know, like, he can do it. I know, like, he can put much more force into his voice and still do the accent. I know he's got it in him. I don't know why he didn't.
You will not forestall my judgment.
Exactly.
And maybe he was trying his hardest not to sound like that. Maybe he didn't want to do the like those extra.
But that's
accents.
who Davy Jones is.
Well, that's how Bill Nighy portrayed him.
Right, and
it was perfect.
But that's the only way. That's the only portrayal Davy Jones has. There's nothing else. So
I think there's something, but yeah, in cinematic, like, recent times, yeah, we have nothing else to go off of.
Exactly.
So I wouldn't be upset. And whoever I forgot who it was, but whoever voiced Jack Sparrow,
He did a decent job.
He did a good job.
He
and
was trying to sound like Johnny Depp.
Yeah, he was. And the thing is that I wouldn't want. If it were up to me, I would have Bill Nighy and Johnny Depp. What's his name? Marlon Brando. Not Marlon Brando.
Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley. If it were up to me, I would have them all come back to reprise their voices.
That's a lot to ask.
That is. But if it were up to me, I would, because so if we can't, then let's get actors that can at least sound like them, because they are portraying these characters. These characters, Johnny Depp's character of Jack Sparrow and Bill Nighy's character Davy Jones.
Right.
And they got the same Barbossa from Kingdom Hearts 2.
Right.
And he didn't sound bad. Barbossa's character doesn't sound bad. He doesn't have much lines, but I can still appreciate it. So, acting with certain characters, I have to say the biggest one that really let me down, the one that really hurt, that I was expecting so much from, but I know it's really hard because, rest in peace, Christopher Lee. Xehanort sounded, in my opinion, I'm sorry, he sounded horrible.
He sounded atrocious.
Xehanort was bad. He was very boring and lackluster. Had moments when he said, "This is the end." Like it was a cutscene where it's like they're fighting, and you just hear him say, "This is the end," and I'm like, can I get some oomph? Some like this is the end, like something like strike terror. You're the king of darkness right now. You are No Heart. You are the one who, in like 16 years time, you've been creating this web of like you're the villain, and this is the final climactic battle scene between you and the hero. And I really got nothing. And even in the quiet, calm moments where he's just narrating and monologuing, I was not feeling it at all. Yeah. Like, he was very awkward.
You did not like him. That being said, the old voice actor, though, he's still... There's still one thing I gotta get on him. Because, he's fucking tied up by Breg, because he's not Zigbar yet. And he's like, Terra, you must fight. Use the Keyblade!
Wait, hang on. I said Christopher Lee, didn't I? I meant,
No, it's gonna Christopher Lee.
No, Spock. Oh my gosh. I said Christopher Lee. Christopher Lee voiced, who did Christopher Lee voice? He voiced somebody in Kingdom Hearts.
You're not talking about Leonard Nimoy.
Leonard Nimoy, excuse me, was the original voice of, Xehanort. And he sounded fucking amazing.
He did, except for use the Keyblade!
That sounded great. I love that. Who did Christopher Lee voice in Kingdom Hearts? He voiced somebody. Like, don't tell me I'm stupid. Oh, there it is. He was in Kingdom Hearts 2. He voiced... Was it Yensid? I feel like it was Yensid. Of course he's gonna... Ansem the Wise. There you go.
Oh, Diz.
Yeah, he voiced Diz, Ansem the Wise. So who voiced him now?
Also, props to Tom Kenny. Tom Kenny was Rabbit in Winnie the Pooh, and I don't know, I just heard, just like, I like hearing Tom Kenny's voice other than SpongeBob. It makes me happy.
He was Spyro. I didn't like him.
Really?
I didn't like him as Spyro.
Huh.
It worked.
I'm wondering why he's doing all these video game roles when he's SpongeBob.
Because he's SpongeBob. He's allowed to do whatever he wants.
I know, but it's just, he doesn't need to do all this.
They should have sprung for the budget for the real voice actors. Kingdom Hearts is a huge fan favorite. But it's funny you say that because they did get a lot of characters. Like, for example, the Frozen cast, all of the voice actors from Frozen were in this game. You have
Kristen Bell as Anna.
Kristen Bell, Adina Menzel,
Josh
as
Gad.
Elsa, Josh Gad as Olaf. I forgot who did Kristoff. Was his name? I forgot who did Kristoff. But all the original voice actors from Frozen were in Kingdom Hearts 3. They got the original Rex from Toy Story and the original Ham and Sarge.
Isn't Ham dead?
No.
Are you sure?
Positive. No, you're thinking of that other Pixar guy. Here, let me show you Toy Story. He's the same guy that voiced Mac. Toy Story.
Yeah.
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 What's his name?
Oh yeah, and
yeah,
there was a quick little scene where like it does a close up to Xehanort's face in Kingdom Hearts 3.
John Ratzenberger.
And I don't know what this guy was thinking when he saw Xehanort chuckle, and he was all like, "Oh, I know the perfect sound I need to do for him when he chuckles." Yeah.
Wait, what part?
Remember, it does like a close up to fucking Xehanort because he's like,
oh, he did like a
yeah. I'm just like,
They did
dude,
it
are
right.
you fucking kidding
They
me?
did a very awkward, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just like, yeah, my name's Beto. Every fucking says that. I'm like, dude, come on. What is that, dude?
That could have been more.
Mr. Potato? No, not Mr. Potato.
No, Mr. Potato Head passed away. That actor, I think that's who you're talking about. That voice actor passed away, and Pixar did a whole thing about him in Cars at the end, I believe, because I'm not sure. I think it was dedicated for him, but
Blah, 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 blah.
yeah, that's what he meant. Yeah, Mr. Potato Head, possibly. Yeah, that could be what we're talking about. But yeah, and they and interesting enough, Buzz sounded cool. I really enjoyed Buzz. He did sound a lot like Tim Allen, but Tom Hanks didn't voice Woody. His brother Jim Hanks, who little fun fact, when you pull the string on the Woody doll, that's not Tom Hanks. That's Jim Hanks.
Saying there's a snake in
There's
my
a
boot?
snake in my boot, and hey, where's my hat, partner? That's Jim Hanks, Tom Hanks' brother. So Jim Hanks voiced Woody in Kingdom Hearts 3. So we still got a Hanks. We didn't get Tom, but we got a Hanks, which was pretty
That's
cool.
dope.
So yeah, voice acting with the Disney cast. To elaborate more on what you said, the Big Hero 6 cast, all of them, all of the Big Hero 6
Except
cast.
Wasabi.
Cyborg, no?
Cyborg was not in
No,
Big Hero
you're
6.
lying to me. Okay, Big Hero 6.
Honey Lemon, yes. Go-Go, yes. Hiro, yes. Baymax, yes.
Okay, Damon Wayans Jr. Oh no way, Damon Wayans was the voice of Wasabi. Okay, and was he in Kingdom Hearts 3?
No. Because you had Cyborg.
Oh, so Cyborg voiced Wasabi in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Not in the movie.
No, yeah, because Damon Wayans Jr. voiced Wasabi in the movie. Okay, so besides that, they got Jamie Chung, they got Hiro, they got Tadashi, not Tadashi, Baymax, and Honey Lemon. They got those original actors, and T.J. Miller
TJ Miller.
as Fred.
Like a nutsack with cancer. What did he say?
He says, you look like an avocado had sex with another avocado. And, or you look like a map of the Grand Canyon. But, yeah, so
Like a testicle with teeth.
they definitely did up the budget for Kingdom Hearts 3 and for voice acting. I guess my biggest crucial thing was with the OG member. The Disney part, the actors, I will say, were great. Phenomenal. Loved them. Really enjoyed the actors.
And you also think Kyrie's voice actor was bad?
I in the battle scenarios, in her cute, like, because the thing is that Kyrie, if you're gonna voice a girl, if you're gonna have a girl who is waifu to millions of guys out there, has a cute, adorable aspect about herself, and then she has a battle aspect, I think that actress needs to be able to broaden her horizons and go that way. Allison Toner, I forget her name, the replacement of Hayden Panettiere to voice Kyrie, sounded perfect for that waifu cute girl aspect. I thought she was great, but then on the battle parts, it's just I got some chills a little bit, not the good kind.
I liked her.
Just Axel, Sora, and I was like,
I liked her. I think she did fine.
like you know who had cool action grunts and action like fight cutscene lines? Yuffie. Yuffie sounded great, and Kingdom Hearts 2 and 1.
Come and get it.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think she said it's so corny.
Like, no, her grunts. Like, grunts are important. Grunts are really crucial in video games.
What about Selfie?
Who?
Oh, ah,
Who?
ah!
Which one did that?
Selfie.
Who's Selfie?
Yes, Jump Rope Girl.
Oh. Oh, yeah, that's the original Kingdom Hearts one. Oh, I can't believe I lost.
Also, shame on them for not putting Tidus and Waka and Selfie nowhere to be seen.
Riku's voice actor. Something Gallagher. I keep forgetting
Josh
his name.
Gallagher?
No, I don't think it's Josh Gallagher. Gosh damn, it's killing me. I know his fucking name, but it was something Gallagher, and I'm about to find out right now. David Gallagher. David Gallagher has been voicing Riku as long as Haley Joel Osment has been voicing Sora.
And he does a great job.
I love him. He sounds great. I can get more into this in one of the later topics, but when it came to trying to portray Riku in a lighter tone, it's very awkward. Maybe because I'm so used to Riku being like the dark, like emotional, reserved and powerful character. To see him more on the light side, sillier side, a little bit goofier. His voice needs to change a little bit and go at a higher tone, so it sounds a little bit. I guess maybe it's just awkward to me because I'm not used to that light. But I can tell. I guarantee if I was to sit down with David Gallagher, he would know what I'm talking about, and I could say like I noticed it right away. But the moments, like for example, at the end when he's like, "I know you don't believe in that." Yeah, that sounded great. That guy can roar. That guy's able to hit those. When Riku needs to be like grungy and dark and powerful, David Gallagher can do it, and he nailed that part. I really loved it. Who else? Who else was like another like main character? Goofy and Donald will always be Goofy and Donald, and those two actors, Bill something. I forget Goofy, but he's always great. And David something for Donald.
What did you think about Calypso?
She was cool.
She was.
She was cool. I
hated
Calypso.
Elizabeth. I hated Elizabeth.
Yeah, Elizabeth was awkward. Well, it was awkward because Elizabeth had a speech in that game. They did Hoist the Colors speech, and that actress was very awkward.
And oh my god, I'm gonna say like, Pirates of the Caribbean: At World's End. I really love that movie. I think that was a fucking great movie. And
Jesse McCartney.
Jesse McCartney? What did he do?
I don't want another pretty.
Well, I know, but who did he voice?
I don't want just anyone.
Didn't he voice Sephiroth?
No, he voiced. No, that's back in sync.
Oh.
Okay. No, Jesse McCartney was Ventus and Roxas.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and he is great. He sounds amazing as Roxas. It just fits so fucking well. So then when Return of the Jedi happens and Roxas shows up, I'm like, oh! And then Roxas starts talking because he knows everything. He knows the whole lowdown. He's explaining to Xemnas why he's a piece of shit. And it just sounded great. I'm like, this is so face. I love it. And yeah, Jesse McCartney did great as Roxas and Ventus, honestly. Really did appreciate that. What about Jack or Calypso? What are you saying?
Fuck, you made me lose my train of thought.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, yeah. So, okay. I'm gonna get into the topic of the worlds in general. So if we're comparing Kingdom Hearts 3,
worlds?
Yeah, like, I guess it goes into visuals.
Oh, okay, all right. So acting was Drake Bell as young Ericus.
Young Ericus, yeah.
Mark Hamill did great. Mark Hamill did great as older Ericus. That was awesome. And so certain characters, I have to say, it was really wishy-washy. But overall, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 on voice acting. Voice acting was cool in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, even though everything was very corny about it.
But I would really love to play this game in Japanese one day because I've always been curious about the Japanese world in Kingdom Hearts.
So now I'm gonna move on.
Next topic.
Now I'm gonna move on to pretty much just how I felt about all the worlds in general. So if I'm comparing it to any previous game,
visuals and animation.
I've never really cared that much about a lot of Disney worlds in old Kingdom Hearts games. There's just the one like I mostly cared that I thought was cool was Jack's World, Night Before Christmas. Those are the ones that I kind of cared about, but even
like you just cared about the world.
Yeah, but there was just so much worlds that I didn't care about. I didn't care about Alice in Wonderland. Mulan was cool, but I was still just wanted to get out of it. But in this one, I felt like, wow, it felt like I was actually watching these movies. Because the details, the scenes, it was fucking great. Dude, I met Jade and Sabob at Comic-Con. Oh, yeah, that's cool, man.
Oh, you see the shirt,
Jason
yeah.
Mewes.
We saw him at the Brea Improv. He was awesome.
Awesome,
I love
man.
him. Wait, is it really a good?
Oh,
shit.
That makes no sense. Oh, because it's reflecting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's reflecting the fucking light.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Wow, okay.
Still
Beggars can't be choosers.
We admire the lightsaber. That's dope, man.
Yeah, he's a huge geek and nerd, and I love it.
So the first world that I went to this world on accident. I'm skipping a world. Hercules was cool. Awesome seeing more Titans. Awesome that the Titans were their correct size.
I thought Thebes and Mount Olympus were great.
Because I've always thought in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, whenever you fought that Rock Titan, he wasn't as big as he should have been. He should have been bigger. But this one, I feel like it actually showed you yo, this is how big they actually are. which I really loved. You know, I love seeing the Tornado Titan. I love seeing the Lava Titan. We didn't get to see that freaking weird Cyclops Titan that beat the fuck out of Herc, which I would have liked. I liked how Zeus was trapped in that mountain, just like it was in the movie.
Yeah.
Danny DeVito, MIA.
Wait, Danny DeVito hasn't been in any of the Kingdom Hearts.
That was Danny DeVito, wasn't it?
No, not in the original ones.
Well, Phil was missing a voice actor.
Yeah, well, Phil didn't have any lines.
But they were talking to him as if he should have had lines.
They talked to him once, and he just get up. He just get up. And then
Yeah,
flew
and
off
it's
with
like,
Pegasus.
it's like, nah, man, you should be talking about the games.
I'm gonna get shit up for the game.
Games.
Now I'm just really curious who voiced Phil in fucking.
I'm pretty sure it's Danny DeVito, no?
Lance Bass voices Sephiroth. Christy Carlson Romano voiced Yuffie. That's kind of cool. And Mandy Moore voiced Aerith. Holy shit. Okay. This is all Kingdom Hearts 1. But Maleficent, Clayton, Jiminy Cricket, Ursula, Genie, Philocrates, Robert Costanzo.
Oh.
Yeah, Robert Costanzo voiced
This whole entire time I thought that was Danny DeVito.
Nope. And you know what's funny? He looks like a... He's a short...
So I don't know why we didn't get a fucking voice actor for fucking Phil when Phil is absolute gold.
Gotta get this place all spruced up for the game.
Games.
Junior, I hereby dub thee Junior Heroes.
Junior.
You still don't have what it takes
To be a real hero. What
so-
does it take? Game Shark.
Game Shark.
Danny DeVito. That's a botched toe.
That's a botched toe. That's always sunny.
So yeah, that was a cool world. It was cool. Like this world showed me just like how there was those civilians and those like people that would actually talk, and it just made the worlds feel more alive.
Hercules was awesome. Hercules was.
And I really appreciated that.
The Unreal Engine really showed on this game. I'm not gonna say like, oh, this is the best that Unreal Engine has ever been used on, but Square Enix really took advantage of it, and they showed it, and it looked very fucking well. And I have to say okay, not that I'm biased, but Corona and Arendelle didn't really appeal to me as much. Arendelle more looked nice. I really like the whole mountain base of it with the snow. I really appreciated that, but I gotta say the worlds that stood out to me the most were Caribbean and San Francisco. The animation and visuals on that was just like Sky, because the aerial battle, the first aerial battle you do in the Caribbean, you can see you see the sea, the cliffs, the mountaintops, and because you're in the air the whole time, and I'm just as I'm fighting this dragon, I'm just like,
damn,
this shit looks nice over here, man. I'm busy fighting, but fuck, dude, like the sea looked great. The cliffs look nice. Swimming around underwater,
beautiful.
It was really great. And considering
Collecting crabs to upgrade your ship. I really liked sailing on a ship. That was awesome.
The ship part.
And I love the ship combat. The ship combat was so good. And it was so clean.
Going back to mechanics real quick, yeah, the ship battle, and freaking raging cannons. Once that was it, you won.
Oh, tidal wave, bro.
was fun. I was like,
fucking dropping on your ass, dude. It was amazing.
On stream, me and go made a joke because he really liked it, and I'm like, my name's Sora, and welcome to Jackass. Just that tidal wave was great.
There was actually a secret encounter at the very bottom of the map when you're on a boat. That's really fucking difficult.
I can't wait to go back and do those parts again.
Where there's like four or three boats that have extremely large amounts of health, and they just mulch your freaking ship. I got my ass kicked at that
Remember
part.
the teleporting ships? The ships that would like
That's what they do. They disappear.
And then they come at you in the water shield.
Yeah, the water shield was dope.
The water shield.
But the fucking boats, they shoot out like Dementors and shit at you, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
The ones that you can blow up.
You can blow up, but it's like at the
They're
secret
slow,
fight,
too.
there's so much. They're sending hordes of them at you, and while that's happening, they have a battleship. There's like 3 different ships. One of them's a battleship that shoots like fucking 20 cannons at once at you, and it just mulches your ship. That fight was fucking crazy.
Going back into animation, I did notice a little different because this really did bug the whole internet, and it bugged me a little bit seeing Sora in Kingdom Hearts 2 right next to Jack Sparrow.
It looked fine.
It was an obvious difference. And
Well, of course, because they're
animating real life and a live action movie.
yes, but they look so good still. I mean, if we're comparing this to Kingdom Hearts 2 compared to that scene where Pete is talking to Barbossa and Pete looks
Yeah.
normal and fucking Barbossa looks like he's in a completely different world.
Yeah.
It's a massive improvement. So I'm
Kingdom,
not gonna
Kingdom Hearts 3, I could still see it, but it looked so much better.
Yeah.
Like, because the thing is, Sora isn't a live action, has never been a real guy. So if you will, like, bear with me, he's not somebody who they're animating. He's an animated character. So they don't have anything to go off of like they do with Pirates of the Caribbean.
Mhm.
So they're animating Jack Sparrow, Barbossa, Will. They're all getting animated. And when you're trying to animate them, they don't exactly want them to look like Sora.
Yeah.
So you can see like they're standing next to each other. You can see like the different kind of like animation they used on them, but they melded. It fit much better than it did in Kingdom Hearts 2. So in Kingdom Hearts 3,
Yeah.
I really did enjoy that part of Kingdom Hearts
One
3.
thing I really
Pirates.
hated about these worlds, though, some of these worlds, I felt like it was just rushing through their stories. Pirates being one of them. Pirates was rushing through these stories, and they were like recreating these scenes that I thought were awesome, like Jack running away and fighting Davy Jones, and you know Jack he goes to that spin wheel, and like he starts like playing a game with them, and Jones is just like fuck this, and he just like molds into it, and I was expecting Jack
to spin
him around, and then Jones to like scream at him, but no, they didn't. And I was just like, oh come on, do that.
Well, maybe this was because the game was rated E, but like the part where he's like, we'll trade Will for Jack, and then they trade, and then when Jack stands between Cutler Beckett and Davy Jones looks at Jack and he says, "Do you fear death?" And Jack says, "You have no idea." That part was not there. He said something. I think he did. But it wasn't "Do you fear death?"
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if that's because of rated E. You're not allowed to say death on rated E.
I don't think so.
titles.
It's a Disney movie. It's a Disney movies, and I think Disney movies are pure game.
No, yeah, you're
Because
right.
they showed Orlando Bloom getting stabbed.
In a PG-13 movie, PG-13 is different because rated E is 10 and up. So PG-13 movies, which was at World's End, because mind you, they showed him getting stabbed, but in the movie, you see the blade go in there. The blade goes in there. In Kingdom Hearts 3, you just hear the grunt, but you don't show it. You don't show it. Even in Tangled, that's a kid's. That
was a great world.
That was a G-rated movie, but you still see that girl stab him, and you see blood in the rated G movie.
I thought the Tangled was one of the best.
Maybe PG. Yeah, it was just PG
because it was very well paced and everything was just solid in that world.
I will admit the frames and the animation on that looked very nice.
Exactly.
In that.
I'd never seen Tangled, but now I kind of want to see it because of this world. Seeing all that,
Pascal's the shit.
Seeing the mom fall out of the window and become a heartless.
That was kind of
Because she was consumed by darkness. That was awesome.
Darknesses.
What else? Another scene. Beckett, when he was on a ship and he was getting shot down. I really wanted to see the fucking scene where he's walking down the stairs as his ship is being wrecked. But
oh yeah, that's another rated E moment. They can't really show like the cannons and people getting blown away, and everything getting exploded and destructed. Even I would have appreciated just
orders, sir.
Yeah,
sir, orders.
At least that, or even the scene where you see Cutler Beckett is in the water over the East Indian Trading Company flag. I would have appreciated something of that level, but we didn't even get that. But I can't be mad at that because money, time. I gotta respect Square, and I get that. But definitely, Pirates and San Francisco were the most visually appealing.
Even though I feel like Pirates was very rushed. Davy Jones didn't even have a fucking crew. What's up with that?
Yeah, Davy Jones had no crew.
Davy Jones didn't have anybody.
Jack had to say part of the ship, part of the crew.
Exactly, and I was just waiting for it. I was like, Because, okay, first off, I was just like, please stab Will, please stab Will, please stab Will. And finally he did it. And I was like, cool, where's Bootstrap Bill? Where's Bill? Where's Bill? Bill, what the fuck? Where are you, Bill? And I never got it.
He was in his trailer. He never showed up.
I didn't get my Bootstrap Bill to say,
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
the Dutchman needs a captain. I just
Because
really needed that.
they didn't dive in deep into that moment. Oh my gosh! Can we mention real quick how I just wasn't expecting to turn on the game and get Final Fantasy 15 right at the start.
Your toy box?
No, Final Fantasy 15 right. Well, that and just the moment you start the game and freaking the doves are flying. And you're in this world that you have no idea what it is.
Cara de Canem.
And you're just like, wow.
That was beautiful.
What, dude? This is Kingdom Hearts, not Final Fantasy. It looked beautiful. It was amazing.
That was amazing.
And I'm like, why? Square Enix, when are you guys going to do a movie? Oh, wait, they did.
For Kingdom Hearts?
Well, they did Advent Children, and they did, well, they didn't do it, but who actually is behind that?
Back cover?
No. Oh, well, that's still done on the Unreal Engine, if you will. But let's see, like Advent Children, and then there's King's Glaive, Advent Children. Like, can I get like a studio on that, or is that just? Oh shit! Yeah, Square Enix does movies. Check it out.
No shocker there.
That's cool. So they probably did King's Glaive too. Yeah, so you pop on the freaking you start Kingdom Hearts 3, and then you're just shoved into a world where you're just like, wow, what the actual shit. And yeah, Square Enix and Stage 6, a Sony company. I think that's just for audio. Aaron Paul was, oh shit. Wow, Sean Bean? I might have to watch King's Glaive. Got a 7 out of 10 though, didn't do so well. Okay. And the cutscenes I would have, because I would say it on the stream, I would say, oh, serious cutscene time, when you know the shit was getting like 4K high quality like cutscene. They did it a few times in Caribbean, Frozen, and they never did it in San Francisco. They never did it in Hercules. They never did it in Toy Box. Oh yeah, shit, they never did. Did they do it in They never did. No, they did it in Corona, where she brings back Flynn, or Eugene, if you will. No, those cutscenes, that they look like the beginning and ending cutscenes of Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, yeah. The enhanced animation.
Yeah, where it just looked freaking beautiful.
Yeah.
And they didn't do that. They didn't do that in Hercules. They didn't do that in San Francisco, or they did in Corona. They did in Arendelle. I think they did it twice or 3 times in the Caribbean.
Yeah, they in the Caribbean. It was pretty blatant. I liked it though. All
right, just to kind of move on. This okay, it's kind of impossible not to. I don't want to dwell too long on it, but like I said, it's impossible not to. But we had to address the story.
All right.
We're not gonna so much explain past games, because we don't have time for that. But how I felt about the story, how we felt about what we got in Kingdom Hearts 3 story wise. We'll kind of chain it together, because the next 2 topics are story and intro / closing of the character development, like how they brought in the characters to Kingdom Hearts 3 and how they ended the story in Kingdom Hearts 3 with the characters. So massive spoilers right now if it's not obvious. Story.
So, okay, I came into Kingdom Hearts 3 with just how everything's gonna close up. I expected, my heart to be destroyed by the end.
Gut-wrenching, emotional wreck, heartbreaking.
And to a certain extent, I got that. I did. However, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the story was... I feel like they kind of rushed it. I feel like they just rushed to satisfy certain plot points to appease so they can finally just move on. That's legitimately how I feel.
To elaborate on that, what we mean is there are many for example, Chain of Memories, Birth by Sleep, 358 Days Over 2. We'll say that they're books. They're books.
That we're just missing endings.
So you beat the game. You beat the game of Birth by Sleep, those 3 games, and the book isn't over. It's not that story's not closed yet. You're left on a cliffhanger after that game. So you're left wondering what about this character? What about Aqua? What about Terra? What about Roxas? What about Xion? What about Axel? You're left on a cliffhanger. What about these characters? So Kingdom Hearts 3 is the last page, the last chapter, if you will, of those stories. And I really had to say that it was a little bit lackluster and disappointing. And I'm not gonna go on a negative rant about this. And I'll say maybe they did this because, like I said before, maybe time issues or just money or whatever, if you will, and just fitting it all into this one game. The Labyrinth was the closing chapters of those stories, which didn't leave a lot of room for those final chapters. They're finally like everything's finally resolved and answered in those, and it's just so when we say that it felt rushed, there could be 2 explanations I have. One, Nomura is probably just done with the tornado that he's created in the past with these previous games, and he just wanted to hurry up and just, here, this is what you're wondering what happened, this is it, because he needs to start what's to come.
Yes.
And we're gonna get onto the topic of what's to come, but that's one explanation I have towards it. Or another could be maybe that's all they had time for or money for to explain it in this labyrinth.
Or maybe even someone said, yo, we got too much cutscenes, so I don't know if you guys want to keep adding more or maybe shorten it, when that should have been the last thing that anybody should feel over there, because none of us diehard Kingdom Hearts fans are ever gonna feel like, yo, this has way too much cutscenes, yo, this is way too long, because this game needed to be that way. This game had so much just behind it that needed to be that way. Okay, so I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like suddenly Shion's there in the body of a replica.
Like,
you know,
wait, Shion's back.
Not out of nowhere. I'm not gonna say out of nowhere because
we knew she was gonna be there, but I guess
they had Vexen that was making them replicas. So that, I'll give him that. So magically she's there, and then Roxas comes out of thin air. No word from Diz or Ienzo when he just suddenly appears there. It would have been nice to get some sort of word out of one of those two to explain, hey, we did it, we're here. Me and Ienzo, we got you guys. But there wasn't much on that. And then they hugged. Everything was all nice and happy, and that's it. And I'm just like, come on, I could have got so much more from that.
It was a little bit too forgiving with the whole, like, it's like they're killed as a nobody, and then they're brought back to life.
Yeah. So if you kill someone's nobody, they're recompleted, and I'm like, well, that's too easy.
Yeah, it's a little bit too easy and too lackluster. Kind of addressing the story right now. Yeah, we do this every Kingdom Hearts game. You start up Kingdom Hearts, you do the original world because you're somewhere that has nothing to do with Disney, and then you start the Disney worlds. You're going here and here and here. But Kingdom Hearts 1, why was Sora going to all the worlds?
To lock them.
To protect them from
darkness.
darkness. Kingdom Hearts 2, why was he doing it?
Same thing,
right?
Yeah.
Why was he doing it in Kingdom Hearts 3?
To find his lost strength.
To train? So was the Disney worlds in the story, was the purpose of it so Sora can regain his lost strength? Was that the sole purpose of it?
Well, for this one, it was mostly because they didn't know where to go. Every single time they got into the gummy ship, it was like, well, what the fuck do we do now? And then magically Sora's like, may your heart be your guiding key, and boom, this is where we end up because of it. That's pretty much what was going on. They didn't even know why the fuck they were there.
Yeah, I guess I was missing the reason of why Sora was doing it, why they're doing it. Because meanwhile, Mickey and Riku, they're hunting down Aqua.
Yeah,
that's their job. They're doing all this,
and I don't. I just find it kind of awkward sometimes in between worlds. I'm thinking like, all right, cool, that world's done, but then I'm thinking like, wait, why did I do that?
Why was I there?
Why are we there? Like, why?
But you know, you were there because the Keyblade wanted you to go there, or something like
So
that.
I guess I'll chalk it up to the reason why Disney is in this game because Sora needed to train and get his power back and figure out power awakening and understand friendship and increase the strength of his heart.
Right.
So I guess that's what happened when when it comes to story.
So let's see. So
Big Hero 6 story was let me address that real quick. Big Hero 6, they announced that that's canon. That Kingdom Hearts is canon in Big Hero 6. So the ending of the Big Hero 6 world, Baymax original OG is back. Repliku went and
Bad
Repliku got the OG Baymax from the other dimension he was lost in from Big Hero 6 original movie, brought him back to the realm of Big Hero 6, made him evil. Sora and Baymax kick his ass, and then boom, we have 2 Baymaxes now. So, knowing that, I'm really hoping that when Big Hero 6, the sequel, comes out, there's going to be 2 Baymaxes, and I want an explanation. And if I get Kingdom Hearts in a Disney movie, I'm going to be fucking... I'll be blown away.
That theater is like gonna be so confused and so aggravated.
Yeah, right. Like I feel like a lot of people are just gonna go,
what?
Why Baymax is back? How?
What?
And I'll be like,
and we're gonna be busy screaming our asses off.
no!
And everyone's gonna be like, "What the fuck is wrong with those guys?"
You don't know.
So, Sora, or I'm sorry, Riku and Mickey traversing the Dark World. That was cool, and I liked how it showed, you know, how strong everything is in the Dark World.
What happened to Mickey's Keyblade of Darkness?
I don't know.
Yeah.
He used it to get to the.
And he got this new Keyblade. I guess Ericus gave him that one? Or not Ericus, Jensen.
It's possible. But, you know, clearly he still has the Keyblade of Darkness because he's able to go into the realm of darkness. Because you need a Keyblade of Darkness to enter the Dark World. So, I liked how it showed how strong everything was in the Dark World. You know, it showed, you know, it kind of makes what Aqua went through a bit more, you know, impressive. The fact that she was there for so long and she stood her ground for so long. She even lost her Keyblade, and she was still okay for a little bit until she was tossed into the abyss.
Oh, addressing one thing that we didn't do. The final 2 trailers that were released in Kingdom Hearts, we refused to watch them. We stayed away. Reason being is because call me you can call me like a weeb if you will, or a fanatic, or just a loser. But Marvel movies and DC movies tend to release trailers that will spoil a lot, and I'm noticing that video games are slowly starting to follow. So Kingdom Hearts had what I just saw last night, because last night is when I finished the game, and I decided, well, let me watch that trailer that I was avoiding for like a month. And I watched it, and you see the final battle. Not the exact final battle between Sora and Xehanort, but you see where you see Sora screaming.
Yeah, you see Kairi get pulled away.
Kairi get pulled away. Riku like fighting off the darkness, and then Sora screams, and then you see that fucking epic ass scene right before Kairi supposedly is killed. Runs up the cliff and then whacks Xehanort, saying, "Why her?" And I'm thinking in my head, what the fuck? This is the trailer? You showed this in a fucking trailer. You're actually gonna show Sora screaming, Kairi getting pulled away and disappearing in the darkness. Riku looks like he disappeared in the darkness as well. And then Sora locking Keyblades up against Xehanort, screaming, "Why her?" What the actual fuck? Like, Square Enix, I gotta say, I'm really disappointed in that. You showed so much on the trailer, and this is why I am refusing to watch trailers now. You're giving away so fucking much. I would have literally hated myself if I saw that fucking trailer. Pro Pillow, my guy. Hey, see, did you finish your own run through? Yes.
I did 100% it, actually.
Yeah, he finished the whole 100%, but we're both done with the story. So now, welcome to this stream. This is we're recording the YouTube video that we're gonna upload of the discussions and reactions. We're kind of semi close to the end. We're on the last few topics of Kingdom Hearts 3 right now. We're talking about story, character development. That's what we're kind of working on right now.
Something I need to bring up that really kind of irritates me. So, Aqua and Ventus, I'd like to remind them they have armor.
Yeah,
they have armor. They witnessed the lingering will.
Where did he go?
Where did he go?
Where did he go?
He fought with Terranort. They spawned and never saw him again. Would have at least been nice to see the remains of his armor just piled up somewhere to show, yo, the organization, they got
Or
him.
even look, I would have even taken like Terra struck it down and then it faded away, and then a badass cutscene where Terra hits his freaking his button and then back in the armor. That would have been dope to see the three of them with.
And my thoughts of the amount of delays in KH3 made it worth the time in the long run. Well, it was only delayed once.
Yeah,
Kingdom Hearts 3 was only delayed once.
It was only delayed for 29 days.
Yeah.
So not even a whole full month.
So I'm not gonna say that delay was that much of a big deal.
Because one thing that people really fail to understand is that Kingdom Hearts has never had a date.
Yeah.
It never had a solid. So in order for a delay to happen, it needs to say this game is coming out March 25th, 2015, and then a month or sometime before, it needs to say that date is getting pushed back. That's what a delay is, which never happened for Kingdom Hearts.
Because at first it was 2018, and then it was December 2018, but then it just got pushed back 1 month.
Yeah. So yeah, because the only release date, if you will, we got was 2018. So to honor that, we need to get Kingdom Hearts 3 by December 31st, 2018.
Not the release date, but the date that they decided to actually make the game. Okay, development was delayed.
Yeah.
Simply because Nomura had to go work on
Final Fantasy 15.
He had to go work on 15. But still, it's not like they had a date already set in stone that they had to honor. So technically, if we're gonna go into those terms, Kingdom Hearts has only been delayed by 1 month because they only promised they promised 2018 and then December 2018 and then just delayed by 1 month. That's it.
29 days. And yeah, so I will say that technically the development of Kingdom Hearts 3 didn't start until 2015. It was announced in 2013, and then the whole delayed happened, and then the biggest thing that slowed them down was needing to change up engines from the Luminosity engine over to Unreal, which I'm assuming they did it for money-wise or time-wise, whatever have you. I'm assuming it was cheaper. I'm assuming the cheaper option was to use the Unreal Engine, and I'm glad they did.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't for that engine change, I'm assuming the game would have been out by 2016, 2017.
But honestly, with how there was just so much stuff that just felt so rushed. Ventus and Roxas are
story-wise,
Aqua and Ventus didn't use their armor ever. Sora, Riku, and Kairi didn't get armor, even though they're being sent up against one of the scariest things in Keyblade history. They really should have received something special. The best they got was clothes.
Which I gotta say, I was not a fan of the clothes.
What do you mean?
Did not like.
Kairi looked adorable.
It's funny. If Kingdom Hearts has an anime, I would love it because I'm looking at their clothes right here. It looks fucking great. I love how it looks. It's fitting well. It's looking great on them. This is 2D art right here, and this looks great. I like it. It fits. It's fine. But then you do the 3D animation. It didn't sit well with me.
I was okay with Sora's look. Sora looks fine.
You know what? It looks baggy here. The clothes look baggy. I like that. Because right now we're looking at the box art. We're looking at the cover, which you can't see because of the green screen. Oh, now you can. Now you can. Now you can. And looking at the cover, I really like how they look right there. Their clothes look awesome right there. And then during the game, I never vibed with it. I did not like how Riku looked at all.
I did.
I didn't like his clothes. I didn't like his hair. I really love Kingdom Hearts 2 Riku. Kingdom Hearts 2 Riku has always been my favorite. He looks dope. Love what he was wearing. Love his hair. It was awesome. But no, we gotta go back to story. And character development. Axel.
Lee. Axel Lee.
I thought Lee was good. I liked how he seemed so confused of everything, because that's literally like the embodiment of like half the Kingdom Hearts community, or anyone that's new to the Kingdom Hearts community. You know,
like,
it's just like
where they were
total
talking about
brain
in the,
ache.
yeah, when they were talking about the tower with the Ensign.
I liked how there was the constant, conversation, constant interaction between him and Sykes. That was cool. Shion coming back randomly, that was okay.
I needed more on that. Honestly. Like, I know it was explained, but it was very lackluster.
And okay,
I was satisfied with Roxas though.
I'm just gonna say this, that this kind of irritated me. So they save Aqua, right? Cool. Then immediately they go to Land of Departure, they go to Castle Oblivion, turn it back to Land of Departure, fix it, grab Ven, and we go back to Mysterious Tower, headquarters, and immediately he's just like, okay, cool, you guys chill out for the whole entire day, and afterwards, we're gonna go do a life where you guys can all possibly die. And I'm like, okay, yo, Aqua has been without a Keyblade and not been herself for a long time here. Ventus has been asleep for a long ass fucking time. Do you think they're fucking ready to instantly get back to get thrown back into the fray?
I think a sparring match would have fixed that.
You know what I think? I think let's go pay Merlin a fucking visit and do his hyperbolic time chamber.
Well, the thing is that.
And another thing, the hyperbolic time chamber didn't do shit. Kairi.
Axel and Kairi didn't do shit.
They didn't do anything.
Anything at all.
That was so disappointing. I had so much faith in Kairi. Kairi was the secret ending for Dream Drop Distance, and I had so much high hopes. I thought Kairi was gonna pass up Aqua. I thought Kairi was gonna be an amazing magic user, but there was hardly anything I saw her do, and it was.
She killed the Shadow.
Such a fucking letdown, dude.
I saw her kill a Shadow. Maybe two of them.
And Lee got his fucking Keyblade broken like it was nothing, and I'm just like, dude, really?
Yeah, he got tossed around a couple times.
Tossed around a couple times. Xemnas almost fucking killed him. We would be dead if not for Shion. That part was dope.
Lasers.
But I just don't like seeing like these guys. I knew they were gonna get their ass
kicked. Yeah, like compare it to Dragon Ball Broly. You knew Goku was gonna get his fucking ass beat, which he did, but he's still gonna fucking put up a fight. Like
that's what I needed from this. I needed everybody to do more. I know they weren't gonna do well. I know they were gonna lose.
You know they're gonna get their asses kicked.
But at least put up a fight.
Give me a show.
Give me a fucking show. I wanted to see Kairi just like bouncing around the battlefield, spamming like grand tier magic. I wanted to see that. I needed to see that. I should have seen Kairi and Axel sparring in the hyperbolic time chamber. I'm calling it that, by the way.
I know it is. They said we're somewhere where
time doesn't matter. I wanted. They were talking about how they're gonna spar. They're gonna be in the ring. Why couldn't I see that? Why couldn't
they did say that, huh?
Why couldn't I see their progress? Why?
So this is also like we're linking in another topic right now. This is the topic what we wanted / what we got. So we're kind of like putting that into character development and intros and closings of them.
You know, and it made me so sad that Kairi was becoming the damsel yet again with the most minimum amount of fight.
The damsel in distress.
And dude, I'm just like, dude, this is fucking horrible. I had so much hopes for you. I thought you were gonna be amazing.
Real quick, addressing the Birth by Sleep gang. The reunion of them was great. Oh, explain to me real quick. Maybe you know. Terra was in Ansem's heart.
Yeah, that was actually a theory for a while.
Because like Aqua and Van are about to get like their backs broken.
Okay, because remember in the secret ending for Birth by Sleep, you know, we see Terra and he's talking to Xehanort. That's them inside each other's heart. Yeah. So Xehanort's kind of pulling a Sora and having someone else in his heart.
Yeah, so Xehanort, so Ansem, okay, so Ansem the Heartless
was Terranor or
Yes.
where? Yeah, where was?
Because okay, the Guardian,
Yeah,
that's his heart.
that's heart. That's Ansem's heart.
yes, that's his heart. So
Terra's
Terra
been
is
chilling there.
inside that heart.
So in Kingdom Hearts 1, you were essentially fighting Terra.
Yes,
All right.
but he didn't have control, and
Yeah.
this one being so close to his best friends caused
Wake
him
to,
to come out, which I thought was so fucking badass.
yeah.
That was dope.
His
dude.
returning was awesome. Like that was
And like
cool.
fucking ripping off the bandages off of his mouth.
And hearing more of the whole like
I thought that was amazing.
hearing more. Going back to voice acting real quick, Haley Joel Osment was killing that part. Like, no, stop. And I was getting a little bit of chills because he was killing that part.
Haley Joel Osment still does a good job as voice acting.
He's a good actor.
He's a great voice actor for both Sora and Vanitas, but more so Vanitas.
Vanitas sounded dope.
Because Vanitas is his actual voice. It's him not having to fucking have to.
He probably struggles to go at a higher voice than he does a lower
Yes.
voice.
So he probably likes doing Vanitas a lot because it's like I don't have to try that much.
Vanitas sound good. He did. And okay, so Vanitas was killed and that was it. Okay, and addressing another part of the story. So the Kai Blade can be made up in more than just ways of fusing Ven and Vanitas. He needs 13 keys.
Yeah, because he needs his 13 darknesses, I guess.
So the 13 darknesses will forge the key. Which, by the way, what happened to the key?
The Kai Blade?
Yeah,
He gave it to Sora.
Yeah,
But I don't know what Sora did with it.
that's
Probably gave it to Yensid, which that would have been nice.
So the blade is still a thing.
Well, actually, no. It's probably still with him.
No, but the blade is still a thing. It's like it's
Yeah, but Sora probably has it now that he's in Shibuya.
Okay. Well, before we get to there, I still don't believe that that's exactly canon.
It's canon.
Because remember, Deep Dive wasn't canon.
How is it not?
It's not because
We saw it happen in 358.
That's where it became canon. Think about it as Battle of Gods, and then you see Battle of Gods in the anime. That's the same shit.
No.
It's the same shit.
Okay, so I guess the Kingdom Hearts 2 secret ending where we see the Birth by Sleep game getting smacked around by Xehanort, I guess that wasn't canon until we saw it in Birth by Sleep, right?
Wait, Kingdom Hearts 2? That was the secret ending?
Kingdom Hearts 2, the secret ending, you see the three Keyblade wielders.
And yeah, it
the
wasn't
Keyblade
canon
wielders.
until you
That's
see it again.
dumb.
You see it again
That's
in the
dumb.
game.
That's dumb.
Why would they do it again?
It's canon the moment we see it as a secret ending.
Yes.
Otherwise, what is the point of calling it a secret ending?
No, it's still a secret ending. That doesn't divulge that fast.
So you're telling me what we saw as a secret ending in Kingdom Hearts 3 we shouldn't take seriously?
No. We should because we're getting a taste of what's to come. But I feel like
You don't think that's canon?
not yet.
You don't think Sora being in Shibuya is canon?
Not yet.
You don't think Virum Rex is going to become canon?
Yeah. No. I'm saying it's not now, but I'm saying it will be.
It's canon.
Not yet.
He was literally showing that
Where was Riku?
in the fucking Virum Rex world. I don't know what it's called.
There's something
Riku
to
was
come.
in the Virum Rex world and Sora was in Shibuya.
Alright. But I won't say it's canon. But
It's
I
canon.
won't say that's canon.
Oh my god.
Who's Mr. in love with the
That's fucking. That has to be the Master of
heart?
Masters.
That has to be.
Yes.
So you don't know? We don't know.
What, you
Wait,
think
hang on,
you
before
think it's
we-
Mushu?
Ziggy bar. Okay. Is there anything else that we want to address?
Definitely.
The final battle up in that point.
God damn, Kyrie fucking getting killed like that tore me apart.
That didn't get me.
Oh my fucking god, dude. And then Sora, Sora just.
Sora losing it got me. When Sora was upset, that gave me chills. That hit me in the feels. I guess I love Sora more than I love Kyrie.
Because we've never seen Sora like this. We've never seen Sora so broken up like this, and I feel like now in the new games, he's gonna be changed.
I need to hear it in Japanese. I want to hear that Japanese actor.
He's gonna be changed. He's gonna be a different person. So in whatever's coming up, Sora's gonna be in.
I'm like, if Sora becomes kind of like a more darker
Yes.
type, I'm not gonna be upset about it. And because seeing this raw emotion, this
Yes.
broken down emotion, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
It left me chills every time Sora was freaking out, upset, about to lose Aqua and Ven,
Right.
lost Kyrie, lost everybody. Those parts were great.
And I'd like to point out, okay, I definitely gotta explain this because this confused me. I gotta point out that all 7 lights, all of them died before even reaching Organization 13. They died by the fleet of Heartless. And the only reason they made it through was because of Merlin. I mean, yes, the Union Cross was great. Okay, I'm gonna say, because I'm sure a lot of people are curious about that. The Union Cross, amazing,
That part.
great fucking scene. And for
Needs some
anybody, which is he in Sora's heart? Is that guy in Sora's heart? I am not too big on Unchained because I didn't want a phone game to be that important to the story, but of course it has to fucking be.
I like how they put it in there, though. I appreciate it.
I really would have wished they gave us a much longer movie to explain everything about the Unchained story rather than having us play a fucking cell phone game. Fuck that. I know that's a very unpopular opinion, and I know a lot of you guys are going to disagree with that, but I'm sorry. I just hate how a phone game has so much lore. Make it into a movie. Just, I don't need that.
Lumarium. Larium. Whatever his name is.
That was great. Oh,
Let's talk about Luna Freya in the
That was not Luna Freya.
in the final one.
That was not the final world. I went on stream. I thought when you reach the final world and you talk to one of the stars, you know, one of them is Naminé, and the other star, Lost Soul, Lost Heart. It's another female
tells you
who has a bit of a royal tone in her voice.
Good day.
And the moment I heard that, I was like, "Is that Luna Freya?" But no, someone already confirmed with me that no, that is not. Well, it's not confirmed,
Yeah,
but it's
just-
pretty easy to assume that that was Strelitzia.
From 02? Strelitzia!
Strelitzia from Unchained, who was murdered by Larium, and she's waiting for Larium to come pick her up. And, you know, it made sense.
She's waiting for the guy that killed her?
Yes.
He didn't mean it. It's fine. Our little secret.
I don't know the whole story to it. I definitely got to look back into it.
You know, play the cell phone game?
I don't want to.
Our little secret, okay.
Fuck.
That whole scene.
I lost my train of thought.
That whole scene
was interesting. The whole
Okay, I gotta throw shade on this because they all died. Sora went to the final world, recollected himself, went he chased the Lich to get his whole entire gang back, and then once everyone was back, we're back square one in the Keyblade Graveyard, and they proceed as if the same exact thing is happening.
Yeah.
So did them coming back to life turn back time?
That was never addressed.
That was never addressed. Like, I thought to myself, okay, the way Sora and Kairi are talking to each other, that they know that, okay, let's try again.
But it seemed like Sora didn't even know.
It seemed like Sora didn't even know because they were just going through the same exact shit.
So
Ventus got knocked on his ass, and Aqua had her extremely delayed reaction to Ventus getting knocked on. Wait, no, because that's when the Lingering Will showed up.
Well,
and also, why did the Lingering Will show up?
Yeah, why didn't he show up the first time?
Why did he show up then?
I get it. I get for story purposes, but it just I need explanation
Why
why he
then
wasn't in the first
and
time
not the first time.
and the second time. What was the difference there? So does Sora even remember the final world? Does Sora remember Chirithy? Does Sora remember talking to Naminé? Does he remember talking to that voice? Strelitzia. So, because he never mentions the final world again.
Right.
He never talks about it. He never talks about, oh, do you want to know what heaven was like? Nothing. Like, we don't get anything about that. And then he's just...
Then again, we don't have enough time for that.
And I get that, but I need something. You need to throw me... that could be fixed in probably 10 seconds. Just saying. Okay. We gotta start moving on to towards the end of the story. So yeah, Kairi's dead. Battle's over. You take out Xehanort. Ericus fucking comes back, which was fucking great. I love that. And then that was the closing of the Birth by Sleep story right there, when Terra, Ventus, and Aqua get to hug Ericus, and he says, "I'm sorry for this." And all that. Oh, can we please just pay homage real quick to Mark Hamill? That was great. Hearing his voice again as Ericus. He sounds great. He's an amazing Joker and he's amazing Ericus. And it was really I like what he said. He said, "Ven, I'm sorry. I forgot why he apologized to Ven.
Because you tried to fucking kill him.
Yeah, he just put him in a very bad situation.
Yes, and he also put way too much on Aqua's shoulders.
He put way too much pressure on Aqua. And Terra...
Well,
Terra fucked up. He killed him.
I don't think he did wrong by Terra.
He didn't.
I think
Terra's the one that fucked up.
Yeah, I think Ericus was fair because he saw that Terra had darkness in his heart and he couldn't keep it in check. And I think it's fair to not making him a Keyblade Master for that reason.
Yeah.
You know, well, then again, darkness is very hated, and, you know, me, myself, I don't personally agree with that. I think energy is energy. And
Well, let's address the fact that it's obvious that Xehanort has light. Xehanort has a heart.
yes, and I read a secret report, I think, where he talks about needing to use light and darkness in balance, which I'm just kind of confused by that. I'm just like, dude, you don't.
Well, he said it at the end. He really was talking about how he wanted to Thanos the whole world. He needed to purge and wipe out the world because it needs a leader, and we need to like rebalance out to. I don't think his exact words were, "We need to wipe out the world in darkness so light can restart everything."
Right.
I don't think those were his exact words, but it seemed like he was talking along that lines, where he needed to purge the world.
Right.
In darkness so we could start over.
Right.
It sounds like he wants like a world
Yeah.
that's like new and clean and done right. So I feel like he has like some light filled goals, if you will. So I feel like he has light. So Xehanort
He
isn't
does.
exactly no heart.
He does. So, you know, it had a happy ending, kind of, with, you know, Xehanort and
Eric is
Ericus,
flying away at the end. That was
you know,
great.
them ascending
To heaven, if you will.
to wherever.
The next realm.
That was nice.
So Ericus and the Xehanort saga is done.
Yes.
Xehanort is.
And then the foretellers show up at the Keyblade graveyard with the Hoodin figure
So
grabbing.
wait! Before we get to that, because we're gonna wrap it up soon. So Nominate comes back.
Oh yeah.
That was.
But that even seemed rushed to me.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, okay, she's back, cool.
It's just she's back in like the final. What else did we see there? Okay. Okay. Did I miss something? Roxas and Ventus and Charity?
Yes, because Ventus has been around since the Keyblade War.
He doesn't remember though.
He doesn't remember.
Okay,
Maybe.
gotcha. But wait, he
how
remembers
did- I
Charity?
think maybe Charity sparked something in him.
But nothing. But when he saw Charity, he was like, "Oh, come here!" Like nothing. There was no realism. There was no like, "Oh my gosh, I remember now." It was just, "Oh, there you are. Come here." Like
Right.
it was. Yeah. So it seemed like when he saw him, it was just like a familiar, like,
Yeah.
"Oh, hey, how you doing?" And nice to see you again. And first off, how did Charity get out? Wasn't Charity waiting?
I'm assuming Charity saw what was going on and saw like, yo, he's back. He's awake now.
Was Ventus the one she was talking about?
Yeah. Well, also Sora probably sparked something in Charity to go find him, because Charity was like, I'll just wait.
It doesn't work like that for me, or something like that.
I think so, because that's kind of like the Goku thing that Sora has. He has an effect on people.
He just talks to them, and then their whole freaking train of thought is
Yeah.
wiped down.
So after Charity talked with Sora, Charity was like, well, maybe I should go find him. I mean, he is awake now. You know, maybe he won't remember me, but what if he does? And, you know. So, you know, that was nice. That was heartwarming, because, you know, Ventus, I don't know the whole story, but Ventus has been around since the Keyblade War.
Yeah. And yeah, so I guess Charity is with the Birth by Sleep gang.
And that's dope.
Sure.
That's cool.
Yeah, I guess that's cool. Okay.
You know,
And
when
okay.
Charity's not being a Digimon master, you know,
That woman's voice will never change. Kyrie's voice will never
Kari.
change. Kari's voice will never change, and it's nice hearing her. Honestly, I'm glad she's voicing Charity. Okay, then let's address this real quick. I really loved and appreciated this scene. Okay, well, damn it, we gotta talk about this one first. The 358 crew, they're all on the clock tower.
Oh,
Axel's clothes.
Oh, he looks sad.
Damn, he was the all black dude. The sleeves and the over jacket. He was looking dope in the all black because he was wearing his organization cloak, but it wasn't. But it was, and it was nice.
And then Isa comes in. Isa's got his long. Oh my god, Isa was just looking fucking dope.
Everybody up there chilling. Oh, and Shion looked beautiful.
Oh, Shion
looked beautiful. It was great, and Roxas was up there. The four of them were up there chilling, and the Hayner Pence and Olette show up. So you got 7 like awesome people, all part of the 358 crew. They're all just chilling on top of the clock tower. Someone's gonna fall off if anyone else shows up, and they're all chilling with sea salt ice cream, and that was great.
That was wholesome.
It was really nice. I really wish I had more kind of depth and elaboration on Isa, because I guess I don't like this so much. It's so easy to forgive somebody and then they come back.
You would have your more, background if you played 358, but you didn't.
No. I know that him and Isa were best friends. I know that, but what I'm talking about is when you're killed as a nobody,
you're recompleted.
You're recompleted, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess it's just for me. It's just too simple, and it's nice seeing Isa right there with them. So he's part of the crew now, which is dope. But I guess I just want some more detail on it, and
right.
Yeah, I guess that's just what I wanted. I'm not disappointed in what I got because at the end of the day, I see that clock tower, and the 7 of them are up there, and I'm like, beautiful.
Yeah.
Great. Loved it. It was nice. I like what I saw right there. And going to address this scene before the last scene, I really fucking loved it. I loved the after party on Destiny Islands.
Yeah.
Seeing you got Goofy, you got Donald, Mickey, Riku, Isa, Rox, Ventus, Terra, everybody is here on Destiny Islands.
Not Tidus, Waka.
Where's my Waka, Tidus, and where are they at? First off, it's their original home. We have these strangers here.
It's not their original home.
Yeah, you're right, but it's their original home in Kingdom Hearts.
Yes.
And it's just great. They're building Sandmen,
Sand Mickeys,
and sand. Donald's getting covered in sand. Everyone's having a great time tossing a frisbee. Like, it was just missing a barbecue. And then it happens. It happens. Okay?
We couldn't just get one kiss?
Yeah,
we couldn't just get
I just
one kiss through that entire game.
I just need one. One between Sora and Kairi. That's all. I just wanted one.
Just one.
I'll take a cheek! Fuck it! I'll take a cheek!
Why was that so much to ask for?
I'm assuming it's coming. But okay, but hang on. So, it happens. Riku looks towards his left, towards that infamous tree.
It's not
awkwardly.
infamous.
It's fucking infamous, but it's awkwardly like it does this.
It's a Palpufu shoot.
It's fucking going this way. It's not going up. It's not going even sideways. It's a weird tree. And you see Kairi and Sora, and there I'm like, he got her back. She's back, and he's back, and it's great. I'm so happy. And then it happens. She's the tear from Kairi, and I'm like, okay, the tears of joy, right? You're happy. You're back, right? That's why. And then Sora gets Thanos. He's gone, and. Wait, but she's still there, and he's not. What? Why? Where?
Why did it have to happen off scene? Why did our main protagonist's quote unquote death have to happen off screen? That is not fair. That is not cool, and that should never, ever be a thing ever again.
I'm assuming it happened.
It happened while he was chasing her heart down. He managed to save her heart, but he couldn't save his own. And that's how he ended up in Shibuya.
But for all, do we know for sure that Kairi's even back?
Yes.
I'm assuming that's what we're gonna have to get from that.
Well,
I'm assuming that's what I take from that.
Yeah.
I take that Kairi's back. Sora's not. So, and honestly, it's hard for me because I can't talk about the next topic without addressing. Okay, well, hang on, because this goes into what's to come. What I'm hoping is to come is Kingdom Hearts 4, if you will. I'm assuming we're not going to get that rushed feeling we got in 3.
I hope not.
Like, I'm assuming that's not going to happen because the new story because this just sparks an infinite world. Like, this could be a whole fucking 4 new games, if you will.
Okay, I gotta be right back.
This could be just awesome. Like, what could be to come from not seeing Sora, from the secret ending. there's so much that could spawn off of what we just got right there. I there's like 10 possibilities that just popped up in my head right now. You could play as Sora, you could play as Kyrie, or fuck Donald or Goofy, Mickey, and you're out there now looking for Sora. Like kind of like the end of Kingdom Hearts 1 where he's like, well, what do we do about the door to light? Or before that, and then Sora says, we have to find Riku and King Mickey. So now it's reversed. Well, now we have to go find Sora. So I could totally see a new world where like we're hunting down Sora. So, or if you will, we have a new protagonist, and Sora's been missing for 10 years, and I don't know, like I'm totally okay with that. So the worlds that can spawn off because of just that last scene of Sora gone, but everybody's great and having a good time. But the one thing that it doesn't answer, or not that it doesn't answer, the one thing that I'm left up to like I'm clueless on is, yeah, let's say the next game is about finding Sora, but bottom line, we need a villain. Well, so I'm just thinking, who's left?
It could possibly be the Master.
What if the Master of Masters is a villain?
The Masters of Masters.
And which, you know what? I watched the back cover and I was like, I don't trust you. To this day, I still don't trust you.
I don't know what to do.
What if? Okay, all right, fine. We're just gonna move into it now. The after credits ending.
Or wait, you talk about the foretellers?
The foretellers. Okay, and I'm just gonna say this right now, and you can challenge me on this if you want to.
Best fucking twist ever.
The challenge that I challenge anybody to tell me in any way, shape, or form, message me, email, whatever, make a video to challenge me on this one, but don't tell me
you saw that coming.
That you saw. Epic spoilers right now. Just letting you know right now. We've mentioned it before, but this is the spoiler. Don't tell me that you knew that fucking Xigbar was literally the orchestrator of Kingdom Hearts. Not Kingdom Hearts, but the story. That Xigbar is been the fucking mastermind behind all of this. Behind Xehanort, Ericus, Sora, Riku, everybody. Don't tell me that you saw that coming. Nobody fucking saw that shit coming, and no one. Because
Xigbar is Lucio.
Xigbar is fucking Lucio. You'll see my reaction to that on one of our YouTube videos where we upload our playthrough. But damn, when he lifted up that hood, I haven't heard that name in a while. Fuck, man, that was no. I'm not even upset about it. I'm okay with it. But just nobody saw that coming.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking saw that coming. That was just out of fucking left field, beyond left field. And I loved it. Honestly, I did. I thought it was great. I'm not upset about it at all. But it just leaves so much of what's to come. What's in that fucking box? Maleficent and Pete are still viable. They're still a thing.
I'm fairly certain the Book of Prophecies is in the box, isn't it?
But even so, what? The Master of Masters wrote the book.
Mm-hmm. But at this point, I just see like the Master of Masters is what caused the whole entire Trader to be a thing. He did it, God knows why, and he made it so Ava.
He orchestrated all of it.
Yeah, he made it so Ava would leave, and she continued the legacy of the Keyblade.
So he said, "This is my form now. I've gone through many forms throughout the years. Yeah. So we don't know how Lucio ever looks. We don't know how Lucio has looked.
Yeah. And you don't even know what he looks like in the fucking games because he's always cloaked.
He's always cloaked. And the original. Damn. So this whole time he led Xehanort to believe that he's like the all-powerful darkness, the king of darkness, when
really he was just right behind him the whole entire time.
He was a fucking pawn. Xehanort was a pawn. That kind of blows me out the water to think that.
That's pretty awesome. But
the main question that spawns in my head is why? What is the Master of Masters planning?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's so many fucking worlds of possibility. Like I mentioned when you left, I don't mind if like we start off a game where Kingdom Hearts 1 ended with Sora, Riku, and Sora, Mickey, and Sora, Goofy, and Donald walking, and like, so now what do we do?
Yeah.
we have to find Riku and King Mickey. I don't mind if you're fucking playing as Goofy, Donald, or Mickey or Riku, and now what do we do? What do we do now? We have to find Sora. I don't mind that. That's
for
fine.
Riku or Kairi.
Okay, yeah,
Kairi.
fine.
Kairi would be amazing.
Maybe that'll explain why we didn't get shit in Kingdom Hearts 3 for Kairi.
Yeah.
But there's two main big plots. Why did Lucio do what he do?
I think I know why. Because all the foretellers had a specific role to play, and they couldn't tell anybody about it. Okay, so Lucio's role was to go into the fucking.
And where have they been?
They've been hidden.
Because he said you're the one who summoned us.
Yes.
And
so I guess Lucio's role was to have the box and look for someone that would have the Masters of Masters Keyblade that had his all-seeing eye in it.
Because I'm assuming back cover is more than 100 years ago.
Right.
So these guys are ancient. Not ancient, but they're pretty fucking old. But they're not aging.
Or you know what? I'm going to say that Lucio's role was to gain control of the Master of Masters Keyblade once again.
But the thing is that the way back cover ended, he's walking through the Keyblade graveyard, but it wasn't the Keyblade graveyard yet. He's walking with that Keyblade, the Master's Keyblade, and the black box. So when did he lose it? I'm assuming it'll explain in the next one.
You've missed pretty much everything, Shell.
Yeah, we're coming close to the end. Yeah. But yeah, this is still epic spoiler moment. So I'll give like a little 10-second chance for you to bail. But we're talking about like the fucking critical ending right here. So epic spoilers right now. So I'll stay shut up.
Yeah, I think he's good.
Cool. So if you're still here, then you know what's coming. So what hopes of what's to come? Minimum of 3 more games. Minimum. No more rushed. We know now that
we'll wait, bro. We'll wait. Do what you got to do. We know that Nomura likes to always bite more off than he can chew, because you know he had Final Fantasy 15, he had Kingdom Hearts 3, he had the Final Fantasy 7 remake. This fool's just taking on so much when he really shouldn't be. And he even said, "I'll be at the Kingdom Hearts Orchestra. I'll be at some of the concerts." You know, and it's just, come on, okay, we get it, man, but can you just focus on one thing at a time, please? Don't do this to yourself.
And so no rush on the next Kingdom Hearts. I doubt we'll have to wait even 4 years, but if I do, that's fine. But I feel like 4 years would be the longest we have to wait for the next Kingdom Hearts.
I feel even less. I feel less.
I feel like 4 years would be the longest.
Because okay, Kingdom Hearts sales been amazing. Kingdom Hearts sold over 600,000 copies in just the first week in Japan only.
So I'm hoping Square Enix realizes, fuck, okay, Kingdom Hearts, let's go. Let's give everything, time, and money to Kingdom Hearts. Let's do it.
And I think that Kingdom Hearts 3 sales are going to be very close, if not more, than the Final Fantasy 7 remake sales. I know it's a very bold thing to say, and I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, but
it's our opinion.
I really need that to happen, because if that happens, Square's gonna put a lot more priority in Kingdom Hearts games.
And for those of you that are hoping for vice versa, hoping that Final Fantasy 7 outsells Kingdom Hearts, then cheers, good luck. Well, may the best sales win.
Yeah, may the best game win, I guess.
The best sales of the game. And so I'm hoping. Well, there's nothing else I can hope for in the Darkseeker saga because it's over. Everything's been answered. I wish there was more depth to it.
Yes.
In certain parts, but overall, I can't wait what's to come. I can't fucking. It's gonna be fucking phenomenal.
That being said, we just want to make sure that everybody understands Kingdom Hearts 3 is an amazing game. It is great. It is well worth the money. Right? If you're asking yourself, should I buy it? People are all saying it's a disappointment. It falls short on some parts. Okay.
You know what I'm also really hoping? Because with Kingdom Hearts 3, I feel bad for anybody that plays it and doesn't know the previous titles.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be lost as shit. I'm sorry. You will be. So I'm kind of hoping Kingdom Hearts 4 won't be that case. I hope with Kingdom Hearts 4, all you need is back cover and 3.
Honestly,
I felt there was quite a few moments where Kingdom Hearts 3 was like trying to make sure it wasn't that complex. Honestly, I would like Kingdom Hearts to stay as this constant shitstorm of content that you need to know everything, because Square has done an amazing job of giving you the tools to get caught up. You have the story so far that catches you up with everything for not that much of a price.
$40.
You get
$40 American. I heard it's like 120 in Europe.
You get so much for such a cheap price, and you can that's so many hours of gameplay. It's worth it.
It's over 200 hours.
So you know what? Kingdom Hearts 3, any Kingdom Hearts game shouldn't have to worry about people not wanting to play because they're not caught up with the series, because they've given you so many chances. They've put everything out there for you to catch yourself up. There's no reason. I don't want Square feeling like, okay, but what about new players? No.
Well, now there's no excuse.
No excuse.
Because the games are all out. All the games are out. It's never been easier to get them all. So, and like I said, there's probably going to be, we probably have 2 years until the next title. There's plenty of enough time to get caught up, and three closed the book on everything. And it closed that book, and it fucking opened up an even bigger one.
Exactly.
So, yeah, my hopes are...
Nomura, take care of yourself. Stop doing this to yourself. Focus on one thing at a time. We can wait, and don't feel the need to rush your games anymore.
Yeah, the Kingdom Hearts community is very loyal, and they're very kind until you talk shit about Kingdom Hearts. But when it comes to like anything that Nomura does, we're never gonna shit it, because Nomura delivers. He does. He really fucking delivers.
Yes.
And it was great. Okay, we're getting close, like what, an hour and a half, 2 hours. So yeah, we're gonna cut it right there, you guys. To everyone that showed up in the stream, thank you very much. And for everyone who's watching on YouTube, really hope you enjoyed it. Let us know in the comment section. Message us. Get involved with us on Instagram, you guys. We really we're adding a bunch of things to the stream. We're adding new content, and we're adding we're adding more content onto YouTube, and we also are trying to get more involved on our social media platforms, like Instagram, Twitter, and even Facebook. So Strategic Disadvantage, please check us out there. Check us out on our YouTube channel, and if you're watching us on YouTube, check us out on our Twitch. Get involved with us there live while we're playing games. Kingdom Hearts 3, overall, 8.9 out of 10.
It's a great game.
Fucking amazing game.
It really is. Please do not disregard the game because you're hearing such bad things about it. You're hearing that
You're saying bad things about it.
A lot of people are saying bad things about it. A lot of people are saying that it's bad and how it's disappointing. It's good.
It's a great game. It's honestly a great game.
It's a great game.
And I'm not saying that from a biased opinion. I'm saying it breaking it down.
Exactly.
And as somebody who has been playing all the games, yes, it's great. And for even a newcomer who just played all the games in the span of like maybe 2 months to catch up, and now 3, I'm sure could love it. Honestly, because one of my best friends is doing that right now, and he's in love with it. And so everyone has potential to love this game, and it's not a bad game. You will honestly enjoy it. So our opinion on SDA, it's awesome. Try it out. Thank you guys again for watching, and check us out on social media, and hope to see you guys in our next stream. Love you guys. Plus Ultra. Take it easy.
Later, guys.